So I was saying that I would love to read two verses from the Quran, and if you can please follow the logic of it.
Okay.
Okay, so it says that the Jews say Israel is Allah's son, and the Christians say the Messiah is the son of Allah. Mm-hmm. These are merely verbal assertions in imitation of the sayings of those unbelievers who preceded them. How do they turn away from the truth? They take their rabbis and their monks for their lords, apart from Allah, and also the Messiah, son of Mary, whereas they were commanded to worship none but the one true, but the one true God. There is no God but He. Exalted be He above those whom they associate with Him in His divinity. So, I mean, it's not perfect translation, but I think this is the...
Yeah, I'm familiar with these texts, right.
Yeah. So basically the logic is saying that, you know, Muslims believe in Jesus, in the Bible, etc. But in the true version and the first version, or let's say the one that, you know, that Jesus came with it at the time.
Okay, but see, that's the assertion that we don't have any proof for, and actually contradicts the other places in the Quran.
No,
that's the point.
Here it says that there are some people who how to say, they modify their beliefs because they
I know you're asserting that, but that's what doesn't work. And can I explain to you the argument that we made earlier as to why it doesn't work? Because you seem like you seem intelligent, and so I want you to. Because we've not had anyone come in so far that's even understood this argument. The argument is that...
I'm not used to discuss with technical terms in English.
No, it's not a question of translation. It's a simple argument. So, so there's at least 4 or 5 places in the Quran that explicitly say that, let's say I'm a 6th century Christian, let's say you're a 6th century Jew, and we're hearing the new revelation of the Quran, and it's being recited. Okay, we're hearing it. And let's say, for the sake of argument, that we understand Arabic and we can understand what's being said, okay? You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hypothetical. The Quran says in multiple places that this new revelation can be confirmed and checked with what came before. If I'm a Christian or a Jew in the 6th century and I'm hearing the recitation of the Quran, the only thing that I can go and check it with is the existing Torah and gospel that the Christians and the Jews have, okay? There's no way for me to go confirm that if what they possess as Christians and Jews is completely corrupted. So you see how silly this is? And by the way, the Quran does not actually say, that the Torah and the gospel is corrupted. I have the text on the screen right here that says that let me read it. This is 378. There are some among them who distort the book with their tongues to make it say this distortion is from the book. But the distortion is not what the book says. So this does not say that the Christian texts are corrupted or the Jewish texts are corrupted. It says that they twist the meaning of the text, you see.
Okay, yes.
So how, as a 6th century Christian or Jew hearing this recitation, could I conceivably even go check the other previous texts?
Okay, you're right. So you have to put things in context because, you know, in Quran there's so much, the context is very important. So when it says that you go ahead and you have to check what your ancestors saying, like Christians, Jewish, and the Bible, etc., probably it was talking to community at that time. Yeah, right. At the time where, you know, the Islam passengers came and, you know, the message is coming, then, you know, people are how to say, are fighting the ideas. So the argument was, you know, your ancestors, and go and check by yourself with the Bible and the Torah, etc. But this is in another context, in like the surah, the verse that I just mentioned, it was mentioning that the Bible. I mean, there's so much things that we believe in, and so many stories that we believe in are in the Bible and in the.
Okay, do the texts say? Do these texts? You're filibustering. This isn't answering the question. Do the texts tell me to go to?
The question is No. The question is, we can go and check what is the Bible and what the Bible says.
Oh, I can.
What the Torah says. But
Okay.
at the same time, because you said you mean I don't think you followed what the verses that I just mentioned, and I can send it to you. But the thing in the same time,
No. First of all, it's not.
There's something.
Slow down. First of all,
there's some nuance.
slow down. So you're just saying there's context and nuance. This is not answering anything.
Yeah, because at certain time, the Christian community didn't really keep 100% of what the Bible says, because.
So this is an assertion. How do you know this? What are you even talking about?
Because you took what you mentioned, the verses. We have to follow. We have to check and double check with what your ancestors say, and you took that, but you refused to take the other part, what I mentioned, right? So. But
your part is incorrect. You're not even listening. Just slow down. Stop yapping. Okay. You said that we take monks as lords. We don't believe that. No Christian has ever said a monk is a lord.
But at certain time, like the popes, they say that they have so much power, right? No one can deny that.
Doesn't mean that the Quran is talking about seeing them as divine and replacing God.
Yeah, some people do that.
No, they didn't. No, that's not true. Give an example of that. So we're talking about the 7th century. Where in the 7th century or before did anybody believe the Pope was God?
I'm not.
So you don't have any evidence. So these are just assertions. So no evidence.
But history. This.
So you're yapping. Women prattle. Where is the confirmation?
You can't deny that the.
I can deny it because you don't have any evidence.
There's so much power, even more powerful than anything.
None of that has anything to do with the Pope being worshipped as God.
It's.
How do I confirm so you're not going to answer any of these questions, you're just going to yap. How do I confirm the Quran with prior revelation? You tell me how I do that.
Sorry, could you repeat that again? Sorry. How?
Let me ask you this question, because I've repeated this argument that's not very complex about 10 times tonight, and I'm not mad at you, you're being rude. Like, could you restate what you think the argument is?
So my argument is...
my argument. I want to know if you understand and can restate what you think I'm arguing.
Yeah.
Because no one tonight has been able to do it.
Maybe because you didn't mention it.
Because of what?
Really, I don't know. So...
Because of what? You cut out.
So I believe, from what I understood, I don't know. Do you hear me?
Maybe because of what? I can't hear you. You cut out.
Yes, I'm saying that your argument was about why we can't find a proof in the Quran, why all the Muslims believe that Bible is corrupt, but there's no proof of that. Is that correct?
No, that was not. That's part of the argument, but the argument is, as a 6th century Christian or Jew, if we're listening to the recitation of the Quran, and the Quran enjoins upon me to check this new revelation against the previous, what could I go to, or how could I do that without going to the Torah and the Gospels? And if you say it's corrupt, you're in a trap. That's not going to work.
No, not all of it is corrupt, but just few nuances.
Here we go. So the only thing that you're going to accept is the things that the Quran teaches. So that's a circle. Do you see that? So what circle? Sorry, no. We accept the true version. No, you don't.
Of Jesus. We said, okay.
No, you don't, because the Quran does not say that there's a corrupted Torah and Injil. It says that the Christians can go check the one that they have, and so there's no text that says it's corrupted. You're just saying that because that's a later Muslim argument, because they didn't say in the Quran that it actually was corrupted. That's a later development that Muslims started saying, and that's why you guys rely on the higher critics who also don't accept the Quran, by the way. So when you appeal to like Bart Ehrman says that he thinks the New Testament is corrupt, but he also says the Quran is corrupt. So you guys will cite the scholars who don't even fit or work for your position. But regardless, the point is that when you admit that the Bible's corrupt, even though the Quran doesn't say that, it's a circle, because the texts that you accept in the Bible are only the ones that are repeated or affirmed in the Quran. That's a circular argument. So I'm not actually able to test the Quran against the Bible. Do you see that? You don't see that.
Yeah, I somehow see it, but I think, unfortunately, I think you don't even you don't see my point too. So when I mean, I repeat
No.
again.
But your
So
point was I accept the Bible when it agrees with the Quran, and that's a circular argument.
no.
That
No.
is what you
Accept
said.
the Bible as a prince. No.
That is what you
As a
said.
prince, no.
You said
This is not what I
we
said.
accept it
No.
insofar as it's not corrupt, and that's the true Bible, and that's the true Torah that is preserved in the
Yeah,
Quran.
No, I said we accept the first version of the Bible.
Okay,
That was
where
what I
is that?
mean, right?
You don't understand that
We
doesn't
don't know. You're
exist.
the Christians. You must know what is it. We don't know.
Oh, so we have it. So now you're admitting that we have it.
I mean, I can't. I don't have that information.
Okay,
That's
but
what I mean.
but that's why the example of a 6th century Christian or Jew is what is so powerful. Where does the 6th century Christian or Jew go to test this new revelation? To the Torah and the gospel, right?
So let me tell you this. Do you know why Muslims believe
There we
in
go.
previous? No.
So no answer.
No.
So we've not had one person tonight that can even understand this argument. I know you don't believe
It's a
it.
no question. It's not a yes or just straight. I mean, because I'm trying to explain to you my point too, right? So you can understand my point, right?
But your point doesn't address this argument. It's a deflection.
My point is saying that, people who say that, as a principle, the Bible is, there is so much things coming.
So none of this has any. Yeah. So this is a total deflection from the actual question.
The only nuance is that there is.
So you're repeating the Dawa script, and when the Dawa script fails, we're not going to get anywhere. So I appreciate the attempt, but if no one's going to address the argument, then I don't understand.